In 1979, Mettoy Playcraft Limited was producing die-cast toy vehicles in the United Kingdom under the name Corgi. During this time, Corgi had the license to popular Marvel and DC comic characters and began producing die-cast cars inspired by those characters under the Corgi Juniors Screen Favorites line. Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman all got collections, and today we'll be taking a look at the Corgi Superman die-cast cars here on KREED'S Collection. Hey, welcome back to another episode of KREED'S Collection. Today we are looking at the Superman die-cast cars from the 1979 Corgi Junior Screen Favorites toy line by Corgi. The company produced many different scales of die-cast cars, and the Junior line is the same size as Hot Wheels, or roughly 1/64 scale. Corgi produced 5 vehicles in this set: the Metropolis Police Car, the Supermobile, the Superman van, the Daily Planet News truck, and the Daily Planet News helicopter, which sadly I do not have, but that's okay. Let's get started with the Metropolis Police Car. The Metropolis Police Car is based on a 1978 Buick Regal, and I'm sure you can tell I played with this car to death. Actually, this whole set. I got it at an extremely young age, and man, did I wear it out. However, in my memory, it was way more beat up than this, so I was actually surprised when I got it out to see how good a condition some of the stickers were still in, especially the City of Metropolis police sticker here on the hood. Even though they are beat up, all the stickers are there, like the police sticker here on the side. So come around to the back, you can see the rear looks pretty nice bumper and detail, as well as here on the front with the grille and the headlights. Speaking of detail, you can see inside here they actually have the seats molded, the dashboard, the steering wheel. It's pretty impressive how much they can manage to squeeze into these things. The date is not printed on the bottom, but you can see the Corgi Juniors line, Buick Regal, and made in Great Britain. Alright, now the roll test. Let's see how it does. And let's try it again. Yeah, pretty good. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at the Super Van. The Super Van is your classic 1970s windowless van with a gigantic graphic on the side of it. I don't know why this was such a prevalent style back in the day, but boy, people loved it. The artwork on the side of the van is done by famous comic book artist Neil Adams, who I've actually had the pleasure to meet a few times, and it was lifted off the cover of Superman number 252. As we get a little closer to the Super Van, you can see that the paint is a little scratched, but the decals have held up beautifully. The Superman sticker looks really nice. Unlike the Metropolis Police Car, the Super Van has no interior, so you can see all the way through, which is actually kind of cool. And the sticker on this side has held up just as well. As we flip it over to the bottom, you can see Corgi Juniors, and it just says US Van, made in Great Britain. Alright, now for the roll test. Let's see how it does. Beautifully. The silver Super Van actually rolls the best of all 4. Next up, we have the Daily Planet News Van. The News Van was actually one of my favorites of the set. And that might surprise you because you're probably thinking, well, it's just a van. But I don't know, there's something about the artwork on the side, the Superman saves the world. It just really intrigued me. It is weird though that they chose a British truck for an American news truck, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. If you look right here, you can actually see DC Comics 1978. It's kind of small, but it's there. And this one definitely has held up pretty well. Probably has the best paint and stickers of all 4. It is kind of weird that you have Clark Kent here changing into Superman. You wouldn't think that'd be on the side of a news truck, but oh well. As we come around to the bottom, you can see Made in Great Britain there. And then right here you see Corgi Juniors and Leyland Terrier. Leyland is a British automobile company that produced Leyland Terrier trucks, as you can see here on the grille. And I guarantee you this was a way of saving money. Rather than producing an American truck, just slap a paint job and a sticker on a pre-existing toy, and boom, Superman. And as for the roll test, oh yeah, it rolls almost as well as the Super Van. Last but not least, we're taking a look at the Supermobile. The Supermobile is Superman's answer to if he's ever left powerless for any reason. It's first introduced in Action Comics number 481 when Superman's powers are temporarily taken away by red sun radiation. Superman is 100% safe inside the cockpit of the Supermobile and can even fly it into galaxies that don't have yellow suns, where normally he would be powerless. I loved this toy as a kid, and I played with it so much, you have no idea. See that tiny little Superman in there? That is awesome. And if you look here, you can see there used to be a Superman symbol on the nose cone, but unfortunately it did fall off from so much play. On the back here you have the red exhaust port, which is actually a button, and what it does is it fires his fists here on the front. So all you have to do is push them in like so, and they click into place. Then around here on the back, just go ahead and push this down, and boom, they punch out. A feature that blew my mind as a kid. Super punch. On the bottom here, this is the only one with a copyright date, right there, 1979. Corgi Supermobile is on the middle, and at the bottom there, made in Great Britain. This one only has 3 wheels, and they're quite a bit smaller, so let's see how it rolls. Alright, here we go. That was alright, we can try that again. There we go, that was better. Before we move forward, I just want to point out that the art on the packaging for the Corgi Supermobile was taken from the aforementioned Action Comics number 481, the first appearance of the Supermobile. And now for our He-Man size comparison. He-Man is a giant compared to these die-cast vehicles, but he is very interested in the idea of Superman, and would love to meet him one day to see how super he really is. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy retrospective for the Superman die-cast cars from the 1979 Corgi Jr.'s Screen Favorites toy line by Corgi. When I was putting this video together, I thought I only had 3 of the vehicles from the line. I had no idea that police car was Metropolis. I've owned it for 40 years and I just realized it today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. I love reading and responding to them. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and it would help my channel grow. I do a new retrospective on a toy from my vintage collection every Wednesday, so hope to see you next week and every week after, here on KREED'S Collection.